Go for it.
Yeah, we're going for it now.
Go for it, Woody.
All right, guys. How you guys doing? Welcome to the Degenerate Green stream plus the Dragon's Lair. And I left it saying the stream was starting soon. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was giving guys a pre-warm up. So guess what? By 5:45, I would actually be truly live. But everybody says, "What stream start?" Well, I had the waiting thing, but whatever. So we have an interesting lineup here. We have Captain Ruggles hiding backstage because, you know, he doesn't want to show his ugly mug. Love you, buddy.
I love you too. Jackass.
Yeah, usually. And we got Brad, who's may throw some comments in here and there. We also have Mike, because, you know, Wednesday we didn't get to have the Dragon's Lair, and Mike's always wanting to have a Dragon's Lair every week. He's like a drug addict for the TV show, so, you know, we got to have him in here. So I mean,
right.
he's got to get his fix.
Yeah, and I've been told by a certain someone that I can no longer not be on camera anymore. So here I am.
Yeah, I guess that means you'll have to brine your camera up more so you can't hide your face.
Yeah. Well, I plan on upgrading the camera, and I need to. I've been wanting to get the I forget what it's called off the top of the Lume Cube Edge Light.
I thought you were going to say Edgelord for a minute. That would have been cooler.
No. The Lume Cube Edge Light, so I can have an actual light over here instead of just relying on whatever lights over there. So yeah, I'm here. And
then we have, as usual, we would do our Saturday. We have the one, the only, the beautiful, the ripping biceps, Orcosaurus.
Good evening, gentlemen.
See? I mean, he's even got his robotic arm stuff. So first of all, I gotta say, congratulations, Orcosaurus, on achieving 1,000 subs. That is not an easy feat, especially in the content creation and building communities. So big shout out to my brother here that made it. Congratulations.
Thank you. Absolutely awesome.
And Ivan's already reporting the news today, so guys, we can retire.
Yes. Ivan's always early. Ivan like.
So, first of all, is I've had to put it in the YouTube and had to change the title like 5,000 times, and it says invalid stream. So, when tragedy strikes, you never know what's going to happen. You never know how it's going to happen. You just and you don't ever expect it. I mean, so I've lived in a area that I know there's 2-3 blocks down. There's always been shady shit going on and stuff, but it's been quiet here. We've never had no problems. We've never had any issues. And then Thursday, I was getting ready to go to work, hit the unlock key to my car, but I didn't hear anything, and I didn't think anything of it at first, as I was just coming out of the house and I was getting ready to jump in. Steering column looked like this. You have this lovely picture behind the Orcosaurus, and I was like, what the hell happened? Looking at it, and I call my boss, says, I'm going to be late. I'm trying to figure out what the hell happened here. First, I thought maybe there was something defective or something happened, and maybe something was not stable or something. And, you know, I wasn't thinking immediately car theft. And I'm just sitting there trying to figure out what the hell happened, looking at it. And then it finally dawned on me. Have I been robbed? How did they get in the car, though? So I went in the back and I said, hey, Mom, she was working on the garden for our gardening channel. And I said, can you please come out here? I said, I think somebody tried to steal my car. She goes, what? And I'm confused. I'm like royally freaking confused. I don't understand what the hell's going on. And never thought in a million years. So she comes out and she goes, holy shit, I hadn't looked yet on the passenger side on the back door. They had shattered my window. They had completely shattered the whole thing to the point it was just little pieces. And I'm getting to that, Ivan. I'm getting to that. And I was just stunned. It's like, what the, I was like, how did this happen? And they weren't after anything in the car. They were after the car itself. So first thing I did is call the police. They took a report over the phone. They didn't even come and investigate. Didn't send a squad car, didn't send anything. It says, we just do a police report over the phone, and then we'll have a detective get a hold of you. I said, what?
I've never heard of that in my entire life.
I'm like, but don't you guys come out here, take pictures of the crime scene? Oh, no, we don't do that. Well, last I checked, you get 10 freaking years for a grand theft auto. It's a freaking felony. Where's the freaking cops? Where's the investigation? And well,
probably because the car didn't end up actually getting stolen.
It still would have been
vandalized.
It would still been attempted grand theft auto.
Right, it would have been attempted.
Yeah, and it's still a felony. They still would have went to jail for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I'm waiting for the detective call. I don't know what to do, so I start calling my insurance company right away because we don't touch anything in the car. We leave it sit there, and I'm just like, let's keep an eye, make sure nobody comes back to try to steal it. And called the insurance company. They wanted to argue and say, oh, it's two separate claims. One for the passenger window, one for the steering column. And I'm like, what the hell? They wanted to pay me a $4,000 deductible between two claims. Two freaking claims. And I'm like, that's not how this works. My policy says comprehensive theft deductible is $2,000. And they're like, oh, well, that's not how that works. Well, they found their cheapest one, which is Safe Light, to fix the passenger. It was going to cost me $461. But, of course, it's a week out. I have a window open. I have no means to drive this car. I have no means to fix this. And I'm just like, what the hell? So I start calling some automotive companies and, of course, call my dealer because they specialize in Kias. Who do you go to when you know they're going to have to do a whole bunch of work, especially? So I went with them, and they said, oh, well, we can't get to your car for a month because we're that backlogged because we're short-staffed.
Wow.
I'm like, this is kind of a crisis. This isn't an oil change. This isn't a tire rotation. This is kind of somebody ripped open my car. So I still hadn't towed the car. I waited and I called and I called and I made calls to the detectives. I made calls trying to get some type of what an estimate would be. Then my claims adjuster came back and says, oh, well, for the whole thing to fix it is going to be $512. But even though the prior claim said, oh, it's $461 for the window, the claim that I had, that they said was going to be $512, including the window. They said it was only going to take a half an hour at $40 an hour for the mechanic to fix the steering column and the window.
Fucking nuts. I work on my own stuff and I know better.
There's no freaking way. And
at least
mechanics
3 or 4 times that.
And mechanics don't cost $40 an hour. I don't know anybody that charges $40 an hour anymore.
I think last I checked it was like $80 an hour, 70, 80.
Around here, it's about $100 an hour for auto mechanics. I mean, it's a trade, just like plumbing, everything else. Everything has went up. And I'm just like, what is this bullshit? You didn't even look at the claim. You didn't even try anything. I sent you photos. I described everything. And you said, oh, $512. I'm like, what kind of bullshit claim adjusters do I have if that's the crap they're going to come up with. And like I've said, sounds like a ripple. Oh yeah. It's so if you want, my experience so far has with Allstate has been shit. And I don't care. I'll say their name. I don't care. I've had to run around with them, and they said, oh, well, Enterprise will get a hold of you too, because in your policy, you have $30 a day for rental car till your car's fixed. Well, policy says it's up to 30 days. Well, $30 an hour or $30 a day, I don't even know how much Enterprise is going to cost a freaking day for a car. I'm not asking for a sports car. I just need some so I can go to work.
Mm-hmm.
And we're, you know, for fun, we'll just find it right now.
Look, Kai, you have to understand this, right? You are a really small light in this big universe, and you don't have to go to work. Nobody cares. Not your insurance.
No, I know.
Not everyone else.
Oh, I'm well aware, brother.
You, like everyone else of us who are at the bottom, can just eat shit and fucking die, or pay taxes until we die.
Well,
That's the thing. But that's the thing, though, Orc. He does pay taxes, and he does pay for the insurance and everything else, and all
I
this
pay
and all
a
that.
fuckload of taxes every year.
Right, exactly.
That was kind of my point. Well, my point is like, and this is something I always say. I always say this when you need something from the German government, but this is like true if you need anything anywhere else in the world. You don't have to have needs. You have to be good tax cattle, and you have to shut the fuck up and then just like do nothing else. This is what everyone wants from you. And the moment you need something, you are fucked because nobody gives a shit about you.
Well, I will say, the insurance company, I guarantee you, doesn't give a shit about you. They fuck everybody over every year, and you have to get attorneys, and you have to sue, and every other damn thing. But I will say, and I will justify this much, there are people out there that care. Not the government, of course. You know, the government could give a shit less. I mean, when you can't even get fucking police to come out to investigate the crime scene and dust for fingerprints and all this other bullshit. It's like, it's like, wow. But there are people that have given a shit. And I've seen that because I've had people reach out to me and say, hey, I'm sorry it happened. You know, I wish there's something I could do. And I did set up a GoFundMe, and I have seen people help me out that I wasn't expecting. I've seen people contribute to help right now that I haven't seen. And all I can say is there is good people out there. And thank you to those that, you know who you are. I'm not going to call your names out.
Right.
It meant a lot to me to get help because it's been mind-boggling to me just how much shit I've had to jump through. And it's not been easy. But the story gets better. So,
well, I just want to say this one thing really quick so I can get it off my chest. Here's the thing. If you pay for insurance, I don't care if it's a car, I don't care if it's an airplane, I don't care if it's a cell phone, it doesn't. If you're paying for insurance and you're paying for a certain plan, you need to be able to go to that provider, whatever, and say, hey, something happened. I'm supposed to be covered. I shouldn't have an out. Like, if the deductible is met and all that and everything else and whatever, you shouldn't have to pay out of pocket to have the insurance cover these repairs. That's just, I don't know.
But the thing is, Mike, you're paying a fortune to these companies today.
Right. Right.
And those companies don't give a shit. And I will agree with Orc on this. They don't care. They don't have to, because they don't have any here's how I want to put it. I'm a libertarian at heart. I think the government should stay out of people's business. But this is a case where I think the government should be up insurance's asses with a fine-tuned comb, saying you cannot screw your paying customers over, because insurance is one of the most costly damn things we have to pay for. And then to have them sit there when we need them, because I've had insurance for most of my life and I have barely ever needed it. I have barely laid a claim. I've paid more insurance for them to pay for other people. But when it comes from my time that I've paid in, it's a middle finger. They should not be allowed to get away with that.
That is exactly my point. Like, if you've been loyal to them and you've paid to get the coverage, when something like this happens, they should be, oh, this happened to you. This is covered under your plan. You'll be fine. Let us take care of it.
Correct.
If you're sitting there, that's what I mean. That's what I meant a second ago, is if you're sitting there paying all this money every month to have car insurance, and then something like this happens, and first of all, I know you're going to go into this later, but I'm going to bring this up now. You had told me off air that they silently broke the window, and then they made all the noise to rip the steer. Like, these car thieves are either dumbasses or I don't know what the hell. Like, damn, just look at, that's ridiculous. They didn't even get the car at the end.
I'm thankful they didn't, because it would have cost me a fortune to fucking find the goddamn car and have to jump through hoops again with the insurance company and everybody to try to get my car.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I mean, it would have been an absolute shit show. It would have.
Mm-hmm.
And what was worse about this whole thing? Chasing around phone calls and stuff.
Kai, let me just add one thing before you continue. What I wanted to say is, like, I want to kind of jump off what Mike said. You said you set up a GoFundMe and you got help from a lot of people who you didn't expect you to help, and that is great. You know, it's like it's what we earlier said in chat when we weren't live. Like, we small people, or like we outsiders, need to stick together, you know? And it's wonderful that we do. But on the other hand, it shouldn't be the case. Like, the insurance, as Mike said, should just fucking fork over the money. Because I doubt you, like, there is no way this is anything else but you getting damaged. And if you are loyal to them, as Mike said, and you paid your insurance fee every month, or I don't know, every year, however.
It's every 6 months typically, or every month, depending on how the pay schedule is.
We just have two models here. It's either monthly or yearly. And like I said, it's, if you've done this for years and you've always been on time with your payments and there's never been any issue, it should just fork over the money and shut the fuck up, because they made enough money off of you and other people. Because the thing about insurances is they always make more than they hand out. I understand that you can't give, like, everyone who just lays in a claim money and you have to look at it, but sometimes it's just, you know, the fuck. And
I agree.
Like I said, it's not like, I think probably a lot of people, who sent you money, did it from the good of their heart, and they also don't have, like, a lot of money by themselves. I think every one of us is, like, at a level where we get by, but just barely. And like I said, it shouldn't be the case that people who barely get by or just make ends meet should have to do this. I mean, it's great that we still stick together, so don't get me wrong, but this shouldn't happen, that we have to do this. And this is my big point here. We as small people, we should actually, for once, when we need something, get something out of it.
I don't disagree with you on that. And Ivan says, bad thing about U.S. taxes, we pay so much, we get so little. Not like the European, unless it's Northern Europe, which is like 49% tax. But the thing is, if you have to rely on the government for everything, you're just as much dire shape. You're just as much dire straight. If, the worst things you can ever hear is we're from the government and we're here to help. Because, I mean, let's be real. You're not getting help. And
I'm not saying that we should rely too much on the government.
I think what
the insurance isn't the government.
No, it's a private business, and it should should be about consumerism at that point, where if they're screwing you, there should be legal recourse without having to get, because the problem is, no matter what, even if you're in a car wreck tomorrow and some a-hole hit you, you're going to have to fight with your insurance company and theirs and go back and forth, and they're going to lowball and nickel dime you to death. That the first thing I have learned after my one car wreck I had back in 2014, 2013, which wasn't our fault. We were sitting there parked and this guy just blasted us and sent us to the hospital. You get an attorney right away. There's no mercy. The guy said, your mistake is you tried to work it out the insurance company. And I said, but that's what I've grown up to do, is we work, we pay this, we shouldn't be screwed over. But this is the problem that we have with our current system. Now, I know some people may say, well, that's cute that you believe that and stuff. Well, here's the thing. I think if you pay for a service, you therefore should get said fucking service.
Absolutely. This is a rant from somebody else, but I remember this line from this rant and this ties in, but it's about a complete rant about a toy company and how a toy company a number of years ago wasn't doing the subscription model correctly. And my buddy said, we give you money, you give us stuff. Same thing with the insurance. We pay you for this service to prevent something from happening.
Yeah.
And when it happens, it should be there for us to use.
Yeah.
Because we paid you.
And we've paid you sometimes a lot.
Exactly.
But so here's where the story just gets completely off the rails. I haven't finished this, so we're going to finish this. So about 3:00 in the afternoon, it took my mom, who used to be at LEO, get involved. One of her ex-coworkers that had a lot of pull, to call down there and say, we're still waiting on some answers here. Can you please call back and let us know what you guys intend to do? This is ridiculous, because are you guys coming out? Are you fingerprinted? What the hell are you guys doing about the situation? Only after they had raised hell, because I'd called the detective 3 times and I didn't get a single damn response. Like, what do I need to do with the car? What do I need to do? Are you guys coming out fingerprint? What the fuck are you guys doing? Finally, they call me and say, oh, well, we're sorry. There's only 2 of us for a city of 400,000. We don't have the manpower to do this. And so, unfortunately, there's not a lot we can do. If you don't have video footage, we can't help you. Like, you guys don't come on dust for fingerprints, look for that stuff. Because I said, probably what if you got a hit on somebody that's been known in the car theft ring? Oh, well, we really don't do that. What?
That's mind-boggling to me.
What the hell happened to the police doing their damn job? And that
is absolutely mind-boggling to me.
And I'm like, what? Oh yeah, we don't do that. I'm like, she says, well, go ahead and get it towed where you need to do and deal with the insurance. You know, if there's no video footage, there's nothing we can do. And I'm thinking to myself, so these assholes are going to get away with it? And he said, well, yeah, unfortunately, that's what it's going to be. I'm like, it just made me madder yesterday. And some of the guys can vouch that I was in there and said, what the hell am I paying my tax dollars for if I don't even have cops that do their fucking job?
I have never heard of a town or anywhere in the United States of America that has a police force that doesn't at least come out and take a report of this is a, like you said, attempted car theft. This is breaking and entering. This is whatever. Police always come out. My grandfather, my dad's dad, was a cop way back when. He's been gone for a number of years now. I've known several police officers in various towns that I've lived in personally, and they always have patrol officers come out to take reports. Always, no matter what the report is.
And that's what threw me off about it was, how did this happen? How did we get to the point where police don't even do their damn job anymore? And, you know, I was stunned by that. And then I've heard other people say that this isn't happening in just my town. This is all over the place. And I'm just confused by it. I mean, so it's like you have to build more gates, more fencing, you have to install more cameras, you have to install more lights, you have to literally build a freaking Fort Knox out of your house.
They really want you to do their job is what it is anymore.
Yeah. So why do we have them then? Why don't we just do citizens arrest again? I mean, you know,
you still can. It's just a pain in the butt.
I mean, it's bullshit. And that was the argument. It's like the only time that they would have said anything is if I was been outside there and I was walking my car and the asshole was in there and he tried to stab me. You know, and even then, I doubt they'd come out. It's ridiculous, but so 3:34 rolls around. After I find this out, tow truck comes in. They destroyed the entire steering column. He tried to get the ignition switch up so he could try to get the key in. And when he tried, he said, they destroyed this. You can't even use your key anymore. And so, and he was looking at more and says, they're going to have to rebuild everything in here and replace all these parts. He says, this is gone. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, great, this is going to be even more money that I'm going to fight the insurance company on. And he found an emergency release for the car's gear shift so he could get in neutral. And we took it to the mechanic to get a quote. So I'm finding out Monday, hopefully. But still down the car for about a month. I'm going to try to get some more quotes once I know the extent of the damage. They're going to do an assessment first to see what's going on. But it was heartbreaking. And I was angry and just beside myself the last couple nights. So first of all, I want to say thank you to Captain Ruggles for fun last night with Project Zomboid. And thank you to everybody that's been supportive while I've been going through an emotional roller coaster of pure piss and vitriol and rage that I have not felt in a long time. And
understandable.
It would have been too hard for me to stream Thursday night. Ruggles says, don't do it, because I'm just...
I told you not to.
I know you did too, Mike, because you both could just sense how much rage I had, and it would have been a bad stream. It would have been going off. I mean, and I'm calm now, but...
Yeah. You're still angry, but you're calm because you can look back at the situation logically at this point.
But I will tell you what
pisses me off.
I'm finding out that, and this is what the detective told me, kids are being targeted right now.
Yeah.
Because they have the weakest security system, apparently. And then I heard something about these Kia boys, and I've heard it from several people. And apparently it's all over the internet on how to steal cars by these people on YouTube and TikTok and all these places. And I'm like, why aren't these people taking this crap down? They take everything else down. They take politics down. They take everything else down. Why aren't they taking down stuff that is called a theft, a crime?
Yeah. That should be going against YouTube policy, really.
Right? And TikTok. It should not be on there. And I'm like,
I don't even know what's going on with TikTok. I refuse to even deal with that Chinese software. I just can't.
So when I found that out, that this crap's going on, and it's, I'm just like, this is bullshit. Mm-hmm. Why is this stuff on the internet still? Why? If YouTube censors everything and shuts stuff down, and, you know, TikTok's under scrutiny and they should be shutting that stuff down because that's criminal acts.
Yep.
Why? What?
Yeah. It's crazy. It's nuts.
And I think that's what makes me mad the most, Mike.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so YouTube has all these how-to videos, break into cars and things, but yet if I upload a YouTube video with a half of a second of Nickelback's How You Remind Me, I'll get copyright stricken and blah, 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 because I used licensed music in a video, whereas a whole video showing you how to break into a car? Come on!
And if you talk politics, you're in the risk of having your YouTube struck or shut down or anything, but here we are with this crap, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me?
You can learn literally to make anything on YouTube. Drugs, everything illegal you can learn to make on there.
And they don't take this stuff down. That's what makes me upset. Because they consider
freedom of speech.
But they consider freedom of speech there, but yet you can't say anything politically? Really?
I know.
I mean, it's stupid. That's like the stupidest thing you could say. I'm not saying you're saying that, Brad, but I'm saying...
No, I get it, because I thought that was the funniest thing I'd ever heard before.
Okay, so if you're talking something positive about Trump and you're laughing at Biden or something, oh, hey, your YouTube channel could get struck or shut down. You talked about anything that's happened in the last 4 or 5 years. Oh, your channel can get struck, shut down. But these criminal videos, they're okay? What the hell?
That makes no damn sense.
I'm baffled. And, you know, this is stuff that I've honestly have been oblivious to because I've never had this happen to me in my life, and I pray to God it never happens again. And I hope like it never happens to anybody else. But with the hell we're living in now, I don't know.
Yeah.
So everything's in a waiting game, but as we're talking, the small guys have to stick together. That's very true. You know, there's a lot of you guys that have stuck with me and in this community and stuff, and I'm thankful for that. You know, it's true. We all have to stick together because nobody else is going to help us.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
And it blows my mind.
Yeah. And I've said this for the 16 years I've been a podcaster. It doesn't matter. Yes, content creation matters. I'm not saying that doesn't, but when something in real life happens and it needs to take you away from the content you create and you need to actually deal with real life, as long as the audience understands and knows and loves and respects and whatever else, they'll be there when you come back. My mom died in 2015. There's no way in hell I could have done any kind of podcast within like the first 3.5 weeks after she died.
The only
My
crappy
wife
thing is
passed away.
the only crappy thing is, Mike, you do get punished on YouTube when you're not.
I understand that, but again, that shouldn't if there's a way, and I don't know, because I'm not a YouTuber, I'm a podcaster. There's a huge difference. If there's a way you can message YouTube and say, "Hey, my arm fell off. I kind of have to focus." No, but I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, seriously, my arm. You know what I mean?
Hey, Ruggles, did your arm fall off?
No, I think
what
it's
I
still
mean?
there, but I would have to contact the YouTube guy.
You know what I mean, though.
Yeah, I mean,
I was
you
in
just-
the hospital
you-
for 2 weeks, kind of thing.
I mean, technically, Orc's arm fell off. You see, he's got a cybernetic arm, the poor guy.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, that's true. My arm fell off. I whacked it too much, you know.
And we have a surprise Zolas that came into the show.
Oh, yeah, I guess Zolas is live on the show right now, too.
Yes, he is.
Apparently
somebody's
What day is it? Where am I?
Yeah.
Is this an alternate
Yeah.
universe?
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
came
it's an alternate universe.
Yeah, you're live now with all of us.
But my point is, it doesn't matter. Okay, an arm was maybe a bad example. Okay, perfect example. I had to have brain surgery in 2019. There's no way in hell I was going to be able to record a podcast within the first week and a half after having brain surgery.
YouTube demands
There's
it.
No way.
Get on now.
Oh, YouTube can.
You
off.
better
You better get
And
on
the
in
fucking
front of the
podcast
hospital.
from the fucking surgery table, motherfucker, or else the fucking
Right.
algorithm will not carry your shit over.
Thank God I'm a
You know
podcaster
the
and not a YouTuber.
doctor is fucking dick deep in your brain, and you have to record this podcast.
This
There is
doctor's in my
no
brain
way.
right now, guys. Help me.
I
Yeah.
love
That,
that I
where
came
is
into
that?
this
Hold
conversation
on.
when I did.
Aren't you
Like,
so happy,
well,
Zolas?
Balls deep,
Both
The-
deep
the
in your
surgeon
brain,
is
and you're having to hold your
deep.
phone up.
and you have to hold the microphone and be like, "Hello, everyone. I am reporting live from my brain surgery. Here is Mike. What's up, everyone?"
I'm sending you a photo, Kai. I want you to put this on the screen.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Hold on. All right, we can do this. Save the image here. And you know what? We'll just swap the image behind me, because why not? Because this is
Yep,
amusing.
That's what I figured you were gonna do. Yep, absolutely.
And this is
I will
Mike.
definitely have to explain.
This is
Yeah,
Mike's brain on drugs. Any questions?
That's right. This is my brain. This
He's
is my
got
brain on
he's got
YouTube.
reported live, guys. Here's the statistics.
So here's the funny thing about this, okay? The picture on the left is my brain in 2019 before I had the surgery. What that is excess spinal fluid. I suffer from hydrocephalus. The image on the right is the exact same thing. Fluid built up again 4.5 years later after brain surgery. So I still have the same amount of fluid as I had back in 2019.
Looks
And
like you
yet
got a
they
lake in your
won't.
brain.
Pretty much, yeah. And it kind of looks like a ball.
I was just about to say, are you going to say it?
Uh-huh.
Am I going to say it?
Yeah.
Is everybody
I'm gonna
gonna-
say it. No, we know.
We let Mike say it?
know.
I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Oh god.
You know, the funny thing is,
Okay,
Kai
ahead and
and
go
you have been
between the
trying to
legs.
get me in on the talk shows and whatnot, and then I just pop in randomly like,
Yeah,
you're
hi,
live.
guys.
Okay.
Yeah, you obviously
Yeah.
didn't see that announcement
Nope.
because
Nope.
I dragged Ruggles in and Brandon and says, "Hey, why don't we all just do it?" Because we got all sorts
Yeah,
of input.
absolutely.
But-
I popped in and I'm like, you know what? This is a pleasant surprise. So here I am now.
So, yeah, it's you know, like I said, I'm not angry as much as I am anymore. I'm disappointed, but I'm
Yeah,
thankful
and I
for the
mean,
people that have
the-
been
the
supportive.
initial-
But
Absolutely.
it's still bullshit. But yeah, back to the YouTube thing. I mean, yeah, you have to be constantly pumping content out. What the hell's wrong with you, Orc? Your arm fell off. You're getting that metal arm. You need to be filming them putting that metal arm on your body.
No, you don't understand. I have like a finger in my sorry. I have like in my cybernetic middle finger and pointy finger. And when I whack it, I can film myself. Everyone sees me.
Wow.
This is a stupid show.
Well, this show just went triple X.
Well,
Damn.
this show went sideways very quickly.
Yeah,
Just like you like it.
I'll
Oh.
put content out constantly. I'm the content master.
Well, yeah, you're the guy with all the furry anime and stuff videos.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the fucking freak show in here.
I don't know. I
thought
don't
that
know. I
was
think me
Brad.
and Mike can rival you on that freak show stuff.
I don't know. I try not to.
Mm.
Hey, if you want the title, you can have it. That's not a title I need. Oh crap!
Yeah, I'll take the title of degenerate. It's fine. I'll take it from you.
Man, we ought to do the show on Saturdays from now on. Screw Wednesdays. Wednesdays you can have off.
Hey, we're not changing. We still have these.
Yeah.
We still have these Saturday streams. Just we got to do them. Yeah, that's. I mean, that's just part of it. But the funny part with it is, they didn't get the car because obviously they were too damn stupid to figure out how to steal it. So I'm thankful for that. My car's not gone, but apparently they said the worst part of it is it's mostly juveniles that are still in Kias and they're hot rodding around, which goes back to the one thing is, and here it is, where the fuck's the parents?
Nowhere to be found.
If that's really the case, where the fuck's the parents? And we all know that answer, but I have to say it anyway. So, yeah, that's my thought with this whole thing. This has been a roller coaster, and yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on the shit show because I'm sure it's still going to be a roller coaster shit show for a while. But I mean, I know guys that are fine insurance companies now and all this other crap for everything, and it's crazy. But I wanted to talk about the fun weather with the floods and stuff that we had, as it was funny watching people trying to drive through all this water and hydroplaning and stuff, and we were driving through a lot of winds. Try to see if I can get the footage off the phone next week. I'm gonna see if we can, because it's highly amusing. I think you guys would enjoy that. Now Mike has some he wanted to talk about, and I'm
Oh Lord.
yeah.
As long as it ain't Unity, we're okay.
No, I never want to talk about Unity.
Yeah, he likes Unity. Unity and him
No.
go a long ways. They have a backstory together. It's episodic.
Not really, no. Mm-hmm. So when certain apps and things and whatever update, you expect some sort of different update or some sort of improvement, right? Well, I don't have the article pulled up, so if you want to pull it up to show people whatever, fine. Really, the only thing you need to show them is the images of the two weather things. And this is the stupidest thing in the world.
Let me pull it up.
Okay. Yep. So
I gotta go back up to it because I have all these pictures and stuff that you sent me.
Yeah.
Where's it at? Where is it
I didn't
at?
see that many. It's about 3 up.
Is it
so
3
we all
up?
have-
Because I went all the way up to like 3 days ago.
Jesus.
Mm,
Technical difficulties, folks.
Yeah.
It is.
Difficulty technicals.
Yeah,
We'll be right back after these messages.
Right back after these
Your testicles hurt, everybody.
We'll be back
There is-
messages after these typings.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
There we go.
Where'd it go?
Yeah, because it was exactly 6 days ago, Mike.
Well, yeah. We didn't do the show last week.
Wheels of the
Obvious
fail bus
reason.
go round and round, round and round,
Well,
round
on
and
our
round.
phones, yeah. On our phones, we all see the date, the time, the weather. If you have the weather widget on your home screen, you can see I can see the temperature on mine.
So what's a
But there is
widget?
also oh God, don't, just fucking don't. But there's also the weather. There's also
What,
the
iPhones
actual,
are better than Samsungs? What?
Yeah.
Sorry,
well,
sorry.
okay.
We're not
Yes,
getting a version in that conversation.
Android in general is better than iPhone, though.
I don't know what you're talking
Google
about, man.
superior,
iPhone's just
Apple
the
inferior.
best, man.
Yeah.
No, they suck.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the
iPhones
thing.
are for the masses who aren't very bright. I'm just saying.
Just kind of like
Absolutely.
TikTok.
Exactly. iPhones are the American TikTok, right? So I have the Google Pixel 7 Pro, and this goes into the whole part of the story. But look at this curved screen. I had to use my dad's iPhone the other day, and I thought my hand was going to get cut to shit because of the sharp ass edges on iPhones. Anyway.
All right, so the
weather
diagram's
app-
above you, so go ahead and point like the weatherman what you're talking about on this thing.
Yeah. Well, you got to pull it down a little more because that's not the right image.
It's
But
not the right
anyway,
image? Okay, hold on. Hold on, let me get to the right image then.
Oh boy, technical difficulties.
Well, yeah, I was not prepared for this, so...
Yes, but anyway, if you go to your weather app, any of your weather apps,
Hold on, we'll
it
fix
shows
a
you the
different route. We'll go a different route on this. Just because
anyway.
Mike's killing me here. He's killing me.
I'm killing you. How am I killing you?
Oh, well, Orcs developed
A double standard. Wow.
Yeah,
I'm gone. There's 2 orcs here now.
Yeah.
Anyway, the app, if you look on the weather app on your phones for Android users, I don't know what it does for iPhone because I have no clue, but Android, they have the 10-day forecast. The 10-day forecast used to just be today, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The only thing they did for the update was add
You missed Wednesday
July
and Thursday, by the way.
Yes. I didn't say all the dates. But the only thing they did for this weather update app was, or weather app update is they added the date next to the day. There you go, right there.
Yeah.
That picture right there. Okay, so all as they did
Such
before
conviction.
it was
I know.
right?
He's got a lot of conviction for this.
before the before picture there is just the days, and you have the date at the top of your phone. All as they did was add July, whatever, next to the day of the week. And we're all sitting here thinking, like, what in the hell? This is not the app update we were expecting. It's just ridiculous. And on top of that, going back into insurance and everything else, what's funny about insurance is I've had the Google Pixel 6 Pro since 2021 when the phone launched.
Okay.
I'm not one of these people who will upgrade my phone every year. I don't have the money to do that, which is fine.
I thought you were
So
Daddy
I
Warbucks.
usually-
What the hell? Have you been lying to us, Mike, all this time? Saying you're the
No.
richest guy in the universe? I mean, what the hell?
I have no power sword, thank you very much. I'm more of a Skeletor than a He-Man at this point. I'm a villain. Anyway, so I've had the Pixel 6 Pro since 2021. I'm one of these types of people that I will use a cell phone until it fully breaks. There was nothing wrong with my phone. There was only something wrong with the actual charger, except I didn't have the extra cash to get a new charger. So I figured, what are you laughing at now?
Process first world problems much, Mike?
Yeah.
Oh,
Shut up, Ram. Shut up, Ram, you and your whatever.
Here, I'm talking about my car getting attempted stolen.
Oh,
Mike's ranting about it.
okay, but it's the same. Again,
It's the same. It's the same.
No, it's not the same. It's not the same. It ties into the insurance aspect of it. I have paid for phone insurance since 2021 on the phone that I had. I got a full replacement without any out of box cost to me. Again, where the discrepancy is hello, you got broken into, your car almost got stolen, but yet insurance still wants you to pay an an ungodly amount of
Well,
money
yeah,
that you don't have.
They always want you to pay deductibles no matter what. That's how it's always worked, and it's stupid that you have to pay deductibles, but whatever.
But I mean, if you're okay, so if I've been paying phone insurance for the last 3 years, my deductible was met X number of months or whatever ago, and you've been paying all of the money that you pay for your car insurance, and you haven't met your deductible yet, that's crazy. And I don't know, insurance is just freaking weird to me. It really is.
Insurance is is just a modern way to screw you over.
My mama said insurance is just the devil.
Yeah,
that's right.
Mama was right. Mama was real right. Mom was right. You were wrong, Colonel Sanders.
That's right. Trying to compare the situations.
Your mama really cares about your schooling, boy. I love Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Mama said those was my running shoes. They would take me anywhere.
So Ram asked me, did I see how much it would be without insurance? Still getting the quotes right now, but
it would be cheaper without insurance.
It depends. So here's the bottom line on that part.
And that's the bottom line.
It's not going to be cheaper. Mike, my weather app, though. No,
you know
without
Just
insurance.
keep going with your insurance.
God, I love you guys. Thanks for the likes. This is amusing. No, without insurance, it would be out of pocket costs of whatever I go to. So the Allstate explained to my mom and the other guy, because they called corporate raising hell about the double deduction they were trying to hit me with.
They talked about how much they suck.
And so what ended up happening is she said, no, it should be one claim, the $2,000, and they will reimburse me my money up to $2,000. So if it costs me $2,500, they will send me a check for $500. I just have to hang on to the receipts.
So
you only get 500.
So if it costs me $2,500, $2,000 is deductible that I've met because I paid for that part, is what they're saying. And then I send them the receipts.
You'll get a $500.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is, and so listen to me because this is important.
Mm-hmm.
This insurance company sucks more than an entire alley full of hookers during coupon night.
but that's all insurance. I mean, I know somebody else that had problems, but that's up to them if they want to talk about their insurance. And they had somebody hot rodding their car and power slid into their house. So
oh yeah,
I mean, better than power sliding into the ass, I guess.
Oh, I think they may as well have
power slid into his ass.
I think it was. So I mean, it's still a thing. They get us every which way, man. But loose.
But loose.
Yeah. You better be looking somebody power slides into your booty.
That was a great movie, by the way.
That's all I have to say.
Hey,
wow.
that movie line was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And Ramcross says you may as well just pay for the repair stuff so you have to claim on your policy. I've considered that too, depending on how much it is. Because all they'll do is raise my rates even more, even though the last 6 months they've raised my rates $200, $100 each 6 months, and they keep saying, oh, it's because everything keeps going up. And I'm like,
Oh yeah, and that's a good that everything goes up. So we
Mhm.
have to go up to flawless logic.
Yeah, I
Perfect.
mean, I
Love it. Companies can only use the most flawless logic of the entire world.
that's
Why not just we go down? Why don't we just say, hey, you know what? You go up, we go down, we don't pay you anymore. Get fucked, asshole. Like imagine if everyone just stopped paying their rates. What would they do? What would they do?
They can't do nothing.
But
They
the
would all
problem
go
is,
bankrupt.
you have to, in some states, you have to have insurance for your house, your car, everything.
I mean that's okay, but there's like other companies you maybe
But
can go
that's
to.
but
I
that
don't know.
but the problem is, every one of these companies is almost the same. That's the issue. They're basically of the same coin. If I want to phrase it that way, there is
It doesn't
no
matter if you go
escape.
With, if it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you go with Flo or if you go with Jake from State Farm or if you go with Gecko.
George
it doesn't
Jetson
matter.
or whoever. I mean, it's like it's the same problem, same issues. Nothing has changed. That's how they all are. And Ramcross says, because used car went so much last 3 years, they're supposed to balance out. So supposed to, and when and all that is few far in between, brother. I mean, let's just say this economy has absolutely been horse shit. I mean, everybody's paying damn near double what they did. Things aren't looking the brightest. I mean, you know, it's they're all using this excuse. I mean, and anytime wages go up to try to combat inflation, then all they're doing is raising their prices on the consumer because they want to maintain that record-breaking profits for their shareholders or for their CEO that gets $100 million to circle jerk. That's how it works.
Hey, you have to finance your cocaine and hookers somehow, okay? Don't be too harsh on these execs. What else would they snort? Come on. They have to roll up $100 bill to get their booger sugar.
Or you
don't understand.
Or you could just be a lawyer in Minnesota.
Or that, wow.
Thank you.
That always would work too, you know. you imagine you have everything you ever wanted.
Oh,
You're like a trust fund kitty. You have money out the ass. You have a lawyer degree. I mean, like in the US, a lawyer degree basically is the license to print money. Even if you're kind of a shitty lawyer, you still probably get enough clients to comfortably get by.
Yeah.
And then and you have a nice house, you have a nice wife, you have like nice kids, probably. I don't know the kids, but like they're probably nice. And then you start snorting coke. Because for some reason your YouTube fame got to your head, and the got to your head part, you had to physical manifest by snorting cocaine and ruin everything because you're a fucking asshole.
But Orc, which head did the fame get to?
So just because it's YouTube RAM, I would highly advise just backing that chat one out, but I don't know. I saw what Loop linked in general, but yeah, because it's YouTube, probably not one of those.
Yeah, not a good idea. Yeah,
but that is frightening if that's real. I don't know. I just know how YouTube can be. That's
oh boy.
Yeah, that's frightening if that's real.
Yeah, very. Very, very, very.
Was yikes.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
They're that desperate. Holy moly.
Mm-hmm.
Things are going to get really weird.
Yep. I mean, things already were really weird, but they're going to get even weirder.
Yeah, because now my dad's trying to. Oh, you're watching people cover on YouTube? Okay, well, never mind. And if YouTube's allowing it, I just didn't want you getting in trouble or anything, man. As you know how YouTube is going to YouTube.
YouTube gonna YouTube.
Uncle Neil wants you to know that you've been a naughty boy and you're getting demonetized.
Yeah. So it is real? Jeez.
Oh God.
What is real? I missed the train a little bit.
Look in general chat in Discord.
That means I have to move. Give me a second.
I'm sorry, but yeah, we're not gonna say
No,
anything.
give me a second.
We're not-
I'm already at my mouse. I don't want to hear it.
What? I was just gonna say it means you have to move your robotic arm. That's all it means.
Yeah. It was Baldwin's pipe. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That one's
Pretty much.
that one's
That was bad.
that one's another screwed up situation where the judge just basically said, "Hey, guess what? I'm not doing this case." Blah blah blah, and I'm like, wow.
No, prosecutors dropped the ball on that and didn't introduce evidence and other stuff that would have got him, that would have prosecuted him.
So
Oh jeez.
it was somebody in the prosecutor office being a dumbass, then, which is what you're telling me.
Yeah, that's why, because I watched like a little bit of that the other day, and
Jeez.
more or less that's all it was.
Well, somebody should be disbarred for that. You'd think.
Hollywood,
This is
they don't
why-
do any of that stuff.
That's true.
Yeah, really.
So
This
you
is why I
know,
love escaping entertainment.
so basically, you know, the poor victim is not going to get any, you know, justice.
Well, the armorer is going to jail, which is like a young 20-year-old woman who really they said had no business doing that job.
Yeah, but is it really going to matter? Because she's going to jail, but you know, I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
he'll still be open to like civil stuff.
Yeah, that's usually what happens is they do it civilly, but that's freaking wild. So regarding the insurance thing, to kind of shift focus on that briefly, any thoughts from you, Brad, Zolas, Ruggles, in the conversation we've had so far? I'm leaving the floor to you guys.
There's not much
dead
going on
silent.
upstairs in me.
Was there ever, though?
No, I'll be honest.
That's some wild shit.
Silence is deafening around here.
I know, they have no input. No input.
They always
Zolas
they
has
always
muted
have
himself,
input.
everything. So he's not listening, maybe.
Oh.
Oh, Zolas can't even hear us. So good, he can't hear us. We can talk
Unless
about
he's
it.
watching the show. I don't know.
Oh,
Oh, he
potentially
probably
criminal
is.
and Ripper's covering? Okay, so then, yeah. It should be safe. Yeah. Well, yeah,
Hello,
jeez.
Diane.
Well, many prayers on that one. That's
Yeah.
that's
Thoughts
Don't
and
ask.
prayers.
yeah. Well, I hate saying thoughts and prayers because people say, "Oh, that's just a bullshit thing," but in a case like
fine.
that,
No, it's not.
in a case like this,
Oh.
I mean, that's the best thing you can say.
Yeah,
Because
but there's nothing wrong with saying thoughts and prayers or good vibes or I wish you, oh my God, the best, or oh my God, I'm so sorry. There's nothing wrong with any of that. If people see
Live
there's
long
something
and
wrong with that,
prosper.
then there you go. If people say there's something wrong with that, then there's something wrong with them.
there's been a lot.
I agree with Mike. If you say thoughts and prayers or good vibes, or if you just want to like express to someone that you feel for them, you can like write an entire essay about it, I guess. But it's fine if you just say,
Yeah.
I don't know, thoughts and prayers.
That's-
what I don't like is that some people automatically assume if you write this, it's a hollow phrase. It
yeah,
doesn't mean
and
anything.
it doesn't mean anything. But when in a situation like that, it's for me, it's like that's all we can do. There's nothing.
Yeah,
I mean, absolutely agreed. Like I said, I'm just saying that I generally disagree with people's assessment that this would be a hollow phrase. It's not.
Yeah,
You
it's not.
have
Okay,
you have to show a little bit, you know,
of compassion
that you
and
Yeah.
sympathy and empathy. Yeah.
yeah,
See, here's the thing. Like when Kai's situation happened the other day, when he messaged me and said, "Hey, this stuff happened," and I'm like, "Oh my god, I am so sorry. What do you need me to do?"
Yeah,
If somebody sits there and tells me that me telling him, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry," is a hollow phrase, well, I got 2 words for you.
suck it.
Off.
Oh, I thought we were gonna go the other route. I thought we were gonna go Jen on this.
Oh, damn. That was a missed opportunity, but yeah, like
I
seriously,
know,
like
but
there's
yeah, it's
some people in this world suck. Period. End
Yeah.
of sentence. Because they just do.
I agree.
I don't know.
I agree wholeheartedly on that. I mean, so since everybody else went quiet about it, what's your final thoughts on the whole insurance thing and just the stuff we've talked about so far? Orc, I'll throw you to the table on that.
I mean, I already said it. Your insurance company sucks harder than a hooker during coupon night. And
I love this
in
guy.
general, in general, like when it comes to insurances, like insurances are fucking bloodsuckers. They are not the
It's a Ponzi
good
scheme.
suckers. No. Just let me finish. You know, you have 2 types of suckers in this world. The good kind, those are the dick suckers because they are getting you off. And then you have the bad kind, the blood suckers. They take everything from you. And insurance companies are blood suckers because they will fuck you over. Nobody in an insurance company, no matter what they tell you, they will never have the best interest of you in mind. They want to line their own pockets. They want to snort some cocaine, bonk some hookers with your money. That's all they want to do. And unfortunately, you said in some states, insurance, for example, for cars are required.
Mhm.
It's the same here in Germany. In the entire country, by the way, not just some states, the entire country, you have to have at least a insurance that covers half of your damages.
Mhm.
If you own a car, because the idea is if you run into somebody from behind like a good Christian priest you are, then you should also cover the damages. But yeah, that's basically my thoughts. I make no sense. And I feel like
You make
that-
sense. I think you make sense just fine, man.
Yeah.
And my final
And-
thought is go ahead, sorry,
Yeah.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, my final thoughts is a quote from a famous Robin Williams movie, Dead Poets Society. The funny thing about sucking the marrow out of life is that you don't choke on the bone. End
Yeah.
of story.
That's true. Yeah.
One call from God should have been collect.
So the other funny article that I saw, and we're going to switch to a funny article tonight. Apparently, Japanese government is now looking into DEI and what they did with the Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed with Yusuke, because apparently they've insulted their history, their culture, and so we'll see what happens, because there's been a petition going on to ban the game in Japan because it's a blatant disrespect to Japan. So, yeah, that's pretty wild. And hey, Sausage King, yeah. So, damn.
That's something I want to say something about, because
Go ahead.
I know I'm the outlier here, but I'm completely. It doesn't matter how hard this game sucks, yeah. And if it's an entire fucking vacuum factory, yeah, in terms of suck.
Yeah.
I do not want it to be banned anywhere. Because
And I agree with you.
And this is important. I grew up in Germany in the 90s. We had the most rampant censorship shit ever. And I don't want anyone to have to go through this. I think Assassin's Creed Shadows should be available to the Japanese public so they can look at it and laugh at it and probably just like take the disc and cut it in half with a scissor on stream, like this one Korean dude did with The Last of Us 2. That was probably the best part about this entire game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's how I feel about it. They shouldn't look into this and say, oh, we might be banning it because it's offensive to Japanese people. You do not get the right to, even if it's just like one person in Japan who would buy this and be happy with it. But like the majority, when it comes to media, like fictional media that you can consume. And by the way, Ubisoft can claim this is like based on facts like all they want. It's not. Fuck you, Ubisoft. You're fucking lying. You're fucking cunt for that. But if it comes to fictional media, yes, nobody should ever dictate to anyone else what they can consume and what not. That's my final word on that.
I agree with you. I don't believe in governments banning games. Otherwise, you get the situation like you have with, point case, Germany, where there's Steam games you cannot access because, oh, it might be bad. Or remember in Australia when RimWorld was banned because it had drugs and violence and all that in it. And I'm like, RimWorld's like graphic light. It's like Dwarf Fortress. How the hell do you depict that as a game that's gonna be bad? I'm like, what? So I am still, regardless of the dumpster fire and they can lose money on it, I don't want to see them start banning games. But it's like, the problem is they're pushing with like this whole, I've gotten to it with some people about it. When you start trying to push too much into ESG and DEI, this is what's going to happen, because you're going to get to the point you're going to start insulting other cultures, especially like in Japan, point in case, and you're going to cause people to want to start boycotting, not boycotting, but banning games in general. And it's just a bad situation. So hopefully Ubisoft will learn from this. I doubt it. I'm pressing X for doubt on that one right away. But
it's fucking Ubisoft. They never learn anything.
Yeah. They could put their hand on a hot stove repeatedly and go, do, and then just keep burning themselves. So
I'm still very convinced that the main office in France has like ceiling mounted flashlights. So because that's the most useless thing in the world, ceiling mounted flashlights.
Yeah.
You probably could reach it with a ladder, but still it's kind of pointless.
Yeah.
Anyways, what did I want to say? I wanted to say something.
That you love us so much. I don't know.
Yeah, and that I do too, obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't be on the show.
I know, at like 2 a.m. for you.
Yeah, that's another issue, but that's my issue, not yours.
That's true.
I wanted to say something about Assassin's Creed Shadows, but I forgot. Oh, yeah, right. It is so bad. Like, Ubisoft claimed they had like actual historians on board. Yeah,
I heard that.
These historians probably taught Ubisoft everything they need to know about gay sex in Japan during the
Oh.
feudal period or some shit, because that's what they wrote about. I mean, I'm not opposed to it.
I
Don't
heard
get
that.
me-
I'm like, no,
don't get me
there.
wrong.
I'm
but-
there with you, man.
Yeah, but like, let me finish because it gets worse. Like Japan, so you US guys, like you have like these LARPers. I call them LARPers. They probably have some other name, but like live action role players,
yeah.
essentially.
Yep.
And they like enact like famous battles from the Civil War and shit, right?
Yeah.
And the Japanese have that too. And they have like a group of Sekigahara LARPers, yeah, that like
Yes.
go and have their flintlocks and shit. And they have their own banner. And Ubisoft, in their infinite fucking wisdom, stole the banner of modern day Sekigahara LARPers and put it into the game
I saw
because they
that.
had so much fucking good historical research on their fucking side that they are so fucking stupid that they do this. Fuck you, Ubisoft. You're fucking stupid and you should be shut down because you're fucking stupid. I
Oh,
cannot for the
I
life
can't
of me
fathom that either.
how this fucking happened. How fucking dumb.
But they
Do
did
you
all
have
this.
to be?
But they
that
did all
you
this
do this?
history research work. That's what they said. This is their historians came up with all that. But it was obviously
Remember when Ubisoft said, "Yeah, we are going to investigate all these failed sexual conducts of our employees against the females"? Did we ever heard of that? Yeah.
yeah.
Did we ever heard back of that?
Well, yeah, they
It's
found
like-
no wrongdoing. They investigated
Yeah,
themselves.
exactly. They
That's
found
like
the wrongdoing
that's
on
like
their
what usually
part, right?
happens. That's usually what happens, like in internal affairs when they're investigating cops. We found no wrongdoing. It's right there on tape, and you can see it. They're like, "Yeah, we found no wrongdoing." It's like, jeez. Oh man. Well, I don't know if anybody else has any comments, but I'm opening the floor now for Ruggles or Brad or Mike.
No, I'm stuck on the stuff Luke brought up in general.
Yeah,
Oh no!
no, it's.
I'll watch that later.
Uh,
I'll
Oh,
watch
God.
that later.
yeah, that
That's crazy.
that
I'm not going to talk about that, but that's why I've been quiet.
No, my dad's been
Yeah,
calling
but-
me 9 times and wanted me to pick up the phone because of he just saw the news. I'm just like, yeah, I don't really.
That's breaking news that we are not gonna like. I mean,
Yeah.
it's Kai's still whatever, but I think I can speak for him and say the
As
political
much
stuff
as
that's
as
going
much
on
as
right,
as much as I want to talk about it,
we're not going to.
no, I'm sticking to my sticking to my guns on that one. I am
You're
not.
good.
I'm not gonna discuss it on here. I will discuss it outside, like on Discord with everybody, but no, just out of respect, because we are. I know tonight I talked about the car situation, but I did post about it, so I figured I'd talk about it. But in reality, you know, it's been a culture gaming news channel, and you know,
Yeah,
we do a
and the
lot
thing
of
is,
gameplay and comedy and stuff, like for stuff we do. But this one, yeah, I wanted to bring it up
it's
a little
bridge
bit.
too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be different if I was like a political commentator or a news story. But I tell you what, even the news stations, I mean, like Tim Pool and all them, they're having a lot of trouble dealing with YouTube lately. I mean, it's something I've considered maybe on Rumble or other places. Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right, Sasha. It's shitty news. And it's like, so.
Very burr.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll be back Wednesday on the talk show again, and then we'll have our 6 p.m. on Saturday next week with Orc and everybody. So what we're gonna do is maybe about an hour, hour and a half, we will be setting up for our Project Zomboid live stream. So we're going to be going all over the place, checking out some new maps with me, Ruggles, and anyone else that is that has access to it. We're going to have a good time with that. But I want to thank everybody for coming and hanging out with us for this hour. Thank you, Orcosaurus, for staying up till 2 a.m. to hang out with us. Much love for you, my brother over in Germany. And good night. Well, or hopefully I'll see you guys in an hour and a half. But if not, you have a wonderful night. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.
All right. We're still live. Just waiting for that.